Well, I can feel a shift in the tide. The market is changing, and while it's taking small steps to get that to happen, it is happening. And I have 6 items that I want to tell you about that indicates that the market is shifting more to a balanced market. Now, it might be into 2023 before we fully get back to a balanced market, but if you're interested in this, stick around. I have all the information coming right up.
Don't buy real estate if you experience allergic reactions to happiness, satisfaction, pride, fulfillment, contentment. Stop buying real estate if you don't like community, a sea of belonging, a diversified portfolio. Buying real estate may cause you to shop at hardware stores, furniture stores, and design centers. See your realtor immediately if you experience any of these symptoms.
Hello, it's Mark Boehmig, MichaelSaunders and Company, and in this channel, Living in Lakewood Ranch, we cover all the areas around Lakewood Ranch, from Bradenton down to Sarasota, and from Siesta Key up to Anna Maria Island. So if you get value out of these videos, just click that little subscribe button, ding the little bell. Every time I put on a new video, you'll be notified. So I did some research today because I'm feeling the market starting to shift. I'm seeing more properties come on the market, and I'm seeing a few of the developers changing they're coming to market. So I have some information to share with you, and I had to write it down because I couldn't remember all of this. But right now, as of today, and today is 4/30 of 2022, we have 75 homes that are on the market in the zip codes 34201, 34202, and 34211, which basically comprises Lakewood Ranch, and it gets into a little bit of the Bradenton area. So you would see things like Concession come into play in some of those types of neighborhoods that are typically not listed as Lakewood Ranch properties. So we have 75 resales on the market as of today, the lowest price at $400,000 and the highest price at $6.8 million. So that's one thing that we're seeing is more inventory coming on each day. Now, number 2 is we have 109 homes that are pending right now. So that means that they've come on the market and they're under contract. Now, that's quite a number of homes that are pending, and it's funny that you have more pending than we have on the market because that was probably the reverse over 2 years ago. You'd have more on the market that are pending at any one time. So in the last 30 days, 109 are pending, and the sale prices range from $370,000 up to $2.6 million. The number 3 thing that we see that is changing the way that the developers are coming to market is that Taylor Morrison has decided not to bid anymore, at least for the time being. They have stopped the bidding. Now it's just on a first come, first served basis. So there were 3 developers here, Taylor Morrison, Pulte, and Lennar. So I'll be curious to see if Pulte and Lennar follow suit from what Taylor Morrison is doing by not putting properties on the bids. So the reason that they did this, I think the last bid release that they had, there was 2 or maybe 3 houses that were maybe not the most desirable lots that would back up to, say, a wall or something like that, and they didn't get any bids on them. So that right there tells you that the demand has decreased for the bidding. So when I talked to the Taylor Morrison rep yesterday, they said yes, they have stopped the bidding, and it is going to be just on a first come, first served basis. They released 2 of their Beacon models, and they were sold within about 5 minutes. So we have to keep an eye on what it is that you want as far as the style of house, because they will go quite quickly just for the prices that they're stating and without going to the bids. The 4th thing that is a real indicator is interest rates. Now, about 2 years ago, we were at 3.11%. Now we're at 5.11%. So what does that really mean? Well, that tells you that if you were to get a mortgage, let's say for $700,000, let's just say that you were buying $1 million home, you wanted a mortgage, you decided you were going to get a $700,000 mortgage. The payments on a $700,000 mortgage at an interest rate of 3.11% is $2,993 a month. Well, fast forward to today, where we're at about 5.11%, that same $700,000 mortgage is going to cost $3,805 a month. So that's a difference of $812, or about 20%. So now that buyer cannot afford as much house because the rates have gone up. So the rule of thumb is for every 1% increase in interest rates gives you a 10% decrease in buying power. So let's take the same numbers of interest rates and work it on a $500,000 mortgage. If somebody was buying maybe an $800,000 house, they wanted a $500,000 mortgage, the payments at $311 were $2,138 a month, versus now at 5.11%, they're $2,718, which is a $580 increase. Again, we're up at 20% more. So that, if you think about it from the seller standpoint, if they had a pool of buyers that they could buy this house at say $1 million, now their pool of buyers is much smaller, because now those people that could afford that cannot afford that anymore. Now they're down to an $800,000 purchase. So what that's going to do is that is going to slow down the pace of all these offers coming in on houses as fast as they were, because the pool of buyers that needed mortgages are going to be a little bit smaller for the different price points. Now, the other thing is that we're getting more price decreases on houses. So I'm getting notifications every day of houses that are having price decreases. So they started at one price and now they're lowering the prices because the demand for them, or maybe they were a little zealous and wanted more than what the market would bear. The market is a great indicator of what's going on, because it won't go as high as what someone might think if there's nobody in the market to buy it at that price. So that's a very big indicator that we're seeing price decreases. And then the sixth thing is that we're seeing houses on the market for a little bit longer. They were getting snatched up in 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 days. And I'm not saying that that's not still happening. What I am saying, though, is that the overall days on the market has increased. So as of today, we have an average of 25 days on market in all price points, and some of those outliers, the houses that are maybe listed at 4 million and 5 million and 6 million, those are longer on the market. So that is making it a little bit more skewed for the number of days on market. Maybe the ones that are at the lower prices are going much quicker, but our average days of 25 days on market is longer than it was, say, several months ago. So I hope that you've gotten value out of this video about how we feel the market shifting here. And if you've been on the fence about selling your property, now might be the time to actually make the plunge and go ahead and get it listed. And if you've been buying, if you've been waiting to buy and you didn't want to participate in the bid system, well, Taylor Morrison has done away with it. We'll wait and see if Pulte does and Lennar does, and we will keep you updated as those processes change. Mark Boehmig, MichaelSaunders and Company.